What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD Mobile video. So a new Strongbox came out yesterday, and honestly, I'm actually quite dissatisfied with what they did with it. I kind of forgot this Strongbox was actually going to exist because the only Strongbox I was really focusing on was the Kilo Bolt action because, of course, with every season, they usually release a Strongbox with like 4 weapons that basically look the same but in different colors. And that was the one I was targeting. This one for this season is actually going to be for the Kilo Bolt action. But of course, there's always that other strong box that has a different geometry changing weapon skin. And I thought it was going to be for the XM4 because it kind of looked like an XM4, but then I realized it was actually for the M16. A weapon that usually doesn't get used that often, especially nowadays, and especially after the wildfire nerf from a while back. So this thing's kind of been left in the dust. And yeah, I didn't really think a lot of people would pick it up. So I decided to review it anyways. So this skin is called the Marble Foundation. I don't really think I have to explain to you as to why it's called that. Obviously, the entire weapons material looks like marble with a lot of gold parts around the iron sight, and as well as the barrel and even the magazine. Of course, what makes this blueprint, I guess, kind of unique besides just the marble design is also the fact that it kind of takes the model appearance of the Cold War version of the M16. And that is very apparent with the barrel as well as the magazine. You know, the magazine with the M16 in Cold War is usually like a very smaller version of like an M4 magazine. Like I'm pretty sure you guys seen that, like, you know, with like in any real life M16, like the magazines are actually pretty short in length. But in this game, for some reason, the base M16 kind of just has like an M4 looking magazine. But the magazine is probably one of the worst features of this type of blueprint because with some of the strong boxes in the past, some of the magazines did look different. There were some that were actually double stack and they had their own different types of reload animations to go along with them. But again, as of recently, strongbox skins have kind of lowered in quality, maybe because they realized that it was just very easy to get. And despite the fact that this blueprint has a double stack mag, they didn't even bother to add some sort of new reload animation to it. Whereas in the past, they would have wasted no time to do so. But again, they seem to just not really care too much about these strongbox skins anymore, and it's kind of disappointing. The iron sight is kind of like a weird point of contention for me as well, because I'm not really sure whether or not it's too different from the OG or like just the main type of M16. Maybe the iron sight's a little bit wider for us to see. Again, this is the Cold War model, so I would assume that maybe it's a little bit easier to see. But I mean, then again, like the M16 has always been kind of a hit or miss when it comes to the iron sight. There's some people that like it, there's some people that don't. But you know, when you have skins like this that release that are very similar to the OG, it's really hard to tell whether or not the visibility is altered. But again, as good as this blueprint looks, it's a missed opportunity to not have a reload animation. I feel like that's something, especially if you're going to change how the magazine looks, a lot of people are going to be thinking that, well, it's implied that we're supposed to get a new animation with the reload on this thing. It's like, I don't understand why they didn't bother to do that. I'm gonna start keeping a closer eye on these strongbox skins, especially those with like altered magazines, because again, I think the Kilo bolt action is supposed to have like an under part of like an under portion of a magazine. There are some Kilo skins that actually have that, where they have a magazine instead of like having like some sort of clip to reload. And that's something I'm really gonna have to look at because if for some reason that Kilo bolt action that gets released at some point this season doesn't have that type of reload animation, it just has like a clip thing, we got a fucking problem here. There are players in this game that are paying for these types of skins, whether it be through golden coupons or just any coupons or just COD points. You guys have to put in more effort. But yeah, anyway, that's all I really have to say. Don't buy this shit. For all of you guys that have coupons, I mean, I don't know, like no one really uses the M16 these days. It's a good weapon. It's just a heavier sheet-com, to be honest, but yeah, I don't recommend it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content, and I'll see you guys next time.